Welcome to MLC TV News Hour, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Conference State of Nigeria. I am Jenji Abalagbubu. First, the headlines. TINCAN Island Port records 274 billion naira revenue in 6 months. Arrest 4 impostors. Lagos government empowers rice farmers to boost rice production. The Independent National Electoral Commission says registered voters hit 7 million in Lagos. And Nigeria's AMUSAN breaks record, wins 100 meters hurdles gold. And now the news in detail. The world has experienced a few revolutions: the Industrial Revolution, which took 100 years, the Digital Revolution, 2 decades, the next global revolution, the Energy Revolution, has already begun. For this reason, Prince Mustapha Muna Audu, an indigene of Kogi State, from the Eastern Senatorial District and Chief Executive Officer, Electric Motor Vehicle Company EMVC, decided to invent a vehicle different from the normals, an electric vehicle that can be charged like other home gadgets. Our reporter Joshua Adinoye, who took a journey to Abuja to engage the inventor, has more to tell us.
A tour to Muna's company and warehouse gave the Nigerian youth hope of a better tomorrow if government could invest to encourage young talented ones to bring to bear what they have spent years training for in various institutions. Prince Mustapha Muna Audu, a son of the former governor of Kogi State, late Prince Abubakar Audu, said the idea of inventing the electric motor vehicle was born out of his passion to bring solutions to challenges using modern technology.
We're able to make a full range of electric vehicles simply because the technology is the same. So we can make bikes, we can make quads, we can make tricycles, we can make cars, we can make trucks, we can make tractors, we can make buses. The technology is the same, although at this stage we're not making buses or tractors or trucks, but we are making the cars, we are making the tricycles, we are making the bikes. These are all easy. It's the technology itself that's the challenge. Once you're able to cross that barrier, anything, you're simply putting a shell, whether it's 2 wheels, 3 wheels, 4 wheels, 5 wheels, 10 wheels, is just a shell on the technology.
The inventor is optimistic that it will go a long way at bringing an end to challenges of fuel and repairs of damaged car parts, among other issues associated with fuel vehicles. Prince Muna explained that the company got parts of the new invention built outside the country while they are assembled in Nigeria, stressing that the world is changing, hence the need for Nigerians to adapt to the new technologically made vehicle.
If you look at today, I spent a good number of years in the UK. Somebody tells me that there would be, wildfires and, environment on fire, buildings burning. Yesterday, many buildings were on fire. A few days ago, same thing. The UK is on fire. Europe is on fire. Portugal is on fire. No one could have, I studied in the UK, it was snow everywhere, So from that to wildfire, you can see that things have changed. The climate has changed. For those who don't believe there's climate change, just look at the world today. There is a huge problem. Even us, I remember growing up in Jos, it used to rain and there used to be like ice block, hail. Hail used to fall and break your windscreen. And when last was there rain with hail? Everything has changed, and it's clear that burning of fossil fuels affects the ozone layer. The ozone layer protects us from the effects of the sun, but the ozone is constantly being converted because of carbon dioxide in the air. So carbon monoxide is being converted constantly. So because of that, there's a huge problem. So if we don't phase out combustion engine vehicles which use fossil fuels, we're going to have a problem. Nigeria today depends solely, let me not say solely, but maybe 85% on fossil fuels. In 50 years, nobody will be buying fossil fuels. It means if Nigeria doesn't diversify today, yesterday, Nigeria is in big problems.
The CEO said countries of the world have made plans for certain years to put an end to the use of fuel vehicles, saying that such a move was part of efforts to ensure a secured environment for their citizens. He pointed out that with the right leadership in place in Nigeria, entrepreneurs will be encouraged and the country will be better.
So if you look at the UAE, if you look at Dubai. Dubai, was an economy, or the UAE was an economy that was powered mainly by fossil fuels, crude oil. But they decided 30 years ago that, listen, if we continue, in maybe 70, 80 years, fossil fuels will be phased out and we'll be in trouble. So they designed a 100-year plan and they've been following it. So you can see that it's easy to plan if you're dedicated and committed and willing to follow this plan for the betterment of your people. So with the right leadership in place, companies like ourselves should be encouraged to help save the environment, to help reduce the carbon footprint. Any other country I was in today, they'd be throwing money at me. There's something called carbon credit. If you venture into this, they'll come with you with carbon credit, with millions, tens of millions of dollars. But here in Nigeria, unfortunately, we haven't gotten to that stage yet. So it's up to young entrepreneurs like myself to guide our leaders down the right path. But I know the time is coming where, there'll be no more combustion engine vehicles again. It's the only way.
The Adoja, Igwe, Olori 1 and Olori 2 are presently on the Nigerian roads of Kano, Port Harcourt, Ibadan and Kogi, though in few numbers. This is why the inventor is calling on Nigerians to partner with the company to encourage the mass production of the electric motor vehicle. I am Joshua Adenoy, reporting for MLC TV News, Abuja.
It was no doubt that the press briefing which was held at the TINCAN Island Port Command at Papa Lagos on Friday was a huge success as the Customs Area Controller Kunle Oloyede addressed some fundamental issues and successes that they have achieved thus far. He was indeed hopeful that a lot can still be done, while he expressed his utmost gratitude to the press and everyone on board. Controller Oloyede confirmed to the press on these various areas, which includes the 2022 fiscal policy measures, the implementation of VIN valuation service, export volume and value. At his presentation, he highlighted that between January 1st to 31st June 2022, TINCAN Island Port Command has recorded a collection of over 274 billion naira in revenue, which is 27.50% increase from last year's collection of over 229 billion naira within the period under review. On export volume and value, Kunle Oloyede said TINCAN Island Command has so far experienced an increase in export activities for the first half of the fiscal year 2022.
And do you have an assurance that that target will be met and surpassed, considering what you have been able to make?
In the area of enforcement and anti-smuggling activities of the command, he said various seizures and detentions have been made since January to June this year. He therefore called everyone and stakeholders for their support as the command will continue to put more efforts towards better performance. The Bayelsa State government has said that elected local government council chairmen and councillors currently serving in the state would be paid their severance packages at the end of their tenure in August 2022. The Deputy Governor Lawrence Erujakpo stated this when the chairman, commissioners and permanent secretary of the Local Government Service Commission visited him in Government House, Yenagua. He noted that it was the first time in history of local government administration in the state that elected chairmen and councillors would receive their full severance entitlement upon the completion of their 3-year term in office. Erujakpo said, as part of the oversight functions over the councils, the state government had, through his office, assisted the 8 local government councils since the inception to save funds to ensure a seamless payment of the severance allowance. He congratulated the Commission for successfully carrying out the recent senior staff promotion exercise and urged them to take appropriate measures to stem the high level of absenteeism from work among staff in the local government councils. Erujakpo also charged them to carry out special periodic program at the local government level. On their request for official vehicles for the chairmen and commissioners of the LGSC, as well as approval for a retreat, he assured them that he would furnish Governor Doyediri as soon as they send in their written proposal and budget. The Lagos state government has said the use of standardized farming techniques and provision of fertilizer and seedling for rice farmers will boost rice production in the states. The State Commissioner for Agriculture, Abisola Olusoyan, stated this according to a statement on Sunday during a training and empowerment initiative organized by the ministry for 500 rice farmers in Lagos. She said, this training will bring about standardized farming techniques and ensure high quality of rice production to effectively compete with international standards. The high consumption of imported rice by Nigerians is bound to reduce if local rice production is of the same or higher quality and value. The special advisor to the governor on agriculture, Dr. Oluwarotimi Fashola, highlighted the efforts of the government to develop the production of high-quality rice. The executive chairman of Ipokia local government, Ogun State, Agbetokun Olawale Wasiu, has as a matter of urgency called on the general public to disregard in totality fake social media posting on Imotu Community Academy, Ifoitedo. The posting comprised of a report and a photograph of a student writing the current third-term examination on the bare floor at Imotu Community Academy, Ifoitedo, in the Opokia local government area. The untrue posting was seen on Wednesday last week. Onikoyi made this pronouncement immediately after he received a detailed situation report from the team he delegated to the college for the on-the-spot assessment of the status quo, which is the state of things. The high-powered delegation was led by the local government supervisor for education, information and community development, Olabode Caleb Olateju, top government official and education officer, Omidiya Isaac Olugbenga. While briefing the council chief, the team leader, Olabode Caleb Olateju, reported that they combined all the classes and school halls within Imotu Community Academy, Ifoitedo, and discovered that there is more than enough furniture for the students and staff. Moreover, the students were seen writing their papers in a conducive atmosphere. This observation runs contrary to what the published posting depicted, says Olateju. Speaking further, Agbetokun Olawale Wasiu disclosed that the principals of the senior and junior arms of the college, Jayola Deji Oluwole and Omoni Oladipo, were interviewed on the controversial posting. They refer to it as propaganda of highest order, unfounded and blatant lies. The council boss assured the general public that the publisher of this misleading, damaging seditions posting has failed woefully. He said further that the administration is not disturbed and will not be distracted under any circumstances from meeting the yearnings of the good people of the council area. Agbetokun appeals to the people to remain calm, peaceful, law-abiding, and be pursuing their legitimate businesses. We go on a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now on politics. The Independent National Electoral Commission in Lagos State says the state currently has about 7 million registered voters. The state resident electoral commissioner, Olusegun Agbaje, disclosed this on Sunday while speaking to journalists. According to him, if the number of new registrants so far in the ongoing continuous voters registration is added to those in the register before in the state, the number will be about 7 million. The INEC boss said there would not be any extension of the CVR because the commission had lots of work to do on the voters register before printing of the permanent voters cards. He assured all stakeholders that though the commission could not capture everybody, those who presented themselves for registration would not be denied. He said the commission added 6 extra days to the registration, which were Saturdays and Sundays of the last 3 weeks of the exercise from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. before the deadline. He said the commission had to stop the CVR on July 31st so as to clean up the voters' registration, which he described as vital in the credibility of elections. Urging people to avoid double registration, Agbaje said those engaged in double or multiple registration would not get PVCs. Now on crime. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has arrested suspected drug peddlers for attempting to import cocaine pellets into the country. The NDLEA Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, in a statement on Sunday said 2 ladies and 6 men were arrested over attempts to import hundreds of cocaine pellets into Nigeria and export thousands of tramadol 255 milligram tablets, among other illicit drugs, to Europe through the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, Akonu Ibiam International Airport, Enugu, and Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos. According to him, the streaks of arrest and seizures began when a 52-year-old father of 3, Okwo Okechukwu, was arrested upon his arrival from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, via an Ethiopian airline flight at the Abuja airport for injecting 76 pellets of cocaine. During a preliminary interview with the agency, Okechukwu allegedly said he was into selling of women's wigs and hair attachments before veering into drug trade. The agency said it also frustrated attempts by drug traffickers to export different illicit drugs through the narco exports shared at the Lagos airport to Europe and the United Arab Emirates. The operatives intercepted some illicit substances concealed in a consolidated cargo going to Dubai, UAE. No fewer than 4 freight agents were arrested in connection with the seizure. Commandant Eweka Okoro vows his unflinching commitment to the vision of the Commandant General in relation to the eradication of illegal dealings in petroleum products and all forms of economic sabotage in Lagos State. The Commandant General, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, CG Ahmed Abubakar Audi, has recently reiterated his vow to stamp out all pipeline vandalism, illegal oil bunkering, illegal dealings in petroleum products, illegal mining of solid and natural minerals, and other disheartening forms of economic sabotage being perpetrated by criminal elements in the nation.
Alhaji Abubakar Ahmed Audi, PhD MNI, has directed that all the 36 states of the Federation should improve on carrying out the anti-vandal activity. Based on this, our new anti-vandal men with a new vigor, through their intelligence network, they got to know about this new location where a lot of vandalism and illegal oil dump.
In line with the charge of the CG above, the Commandant NSCDC, Lagos State Command, Commandant Eweka Edenabo Okoro, Friday ordered the parade of suspected oil thieves apprehended by the anti-vandal unit of the command. In connection to the operation of illegal bunkering sites used for the adulteration of automotive gas oil, also known as diesel, in a large quantity at Oregun axis of Ikeja, Lagos. According to the gallant anti-vandal unit of the command, the illegal bunkering site was stopped while the anti-vandal team on routine and surveillance patrol caught up with about 6 suspected oil thieves who were caught while attempting to load a 40,000 capacity truck with suspected adulterated AGO, also known as diesel, at the site.
And at this oil dump, we discovered that this is where they adulterate most of the oil, and this causes a lot of damages to the vehicles and the trucks in the society, coupled with causing what you call sabotage to the economy. So
the anti-vandal unit of the Lagos State Command also arrested and recovered the following persons and items respectively. 6 suspects, 4 male and 2 female: Babatunde Adedayo, 35 years, John Eric, 35 years, Jude Nwosa, 51 years, Sodiq Olawale, 27 years, Nate John, 20 years, and Isaac Anita, 32 years. A truck, 2 pumping machines, and both empty drums and foul drums with suspected adulterated AGO discovered at the site. The Commandant NSCDC Lagos State Command, Eweka Edenabo Okoro, had since directed that the arrested suspect be brought for adequate interrogation and investigation. in the Intelligence and Investigation Department at the State Command Headquarters in Alausa, Ikeja, before further legal action will be taken on the matter. And for our sports updates, let's go over to Jonah Malik.
And on sports update, Toby AMUSAN became the first Nigerian athlete to win a World Athletic Championship gold medal as she stormed to victory in the women's 100 meters hurdle in Oregon on Sunday. AMUSAN, who had obliterated the world record in an astonishing semi-final where she clocked 12.12 seconds powered over the line at Hayward Field in 12.06 seconds. Her winning time will not be recognized as a world record, however, due to a strong following win of 2.5 meters per second. Jamaica's Brittany Anderson took silver in 12.23 seconds, while Olympic champion Jasmine Camacho Queen of Puerto Rico claimed bronze in 12.23 seconds. AMUSAN, who had produced a jaw-dropping world record in the semi-final, smashing the previous last mark of 12.20 seconds held by Kenny Harrison of the United States in 2016. Still on sports, General Secretary of the Nigerian Football Federation, Mohammed Sanusi, has congratulated the Super Falcons forward Rasheedat Ajibade for emerging joint top scorer of the just concluded Women's African Cup of Nations final in Morocco. While qualifying for next year's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand, the Super Falcons failed to retain their title won in Ghana in 2019 to claim their 10th WAFCON title. The mystery was compounded after losing to Zambia in their bid to win consolatory bronze medal without key players such as Ajibade, Halimatu Ayinde and captain Onome Ebi. Despite missing out on the third place defeat against Zambia after being shown a straight red card in the semi-final clash against Morocco, the Atletico Madrid star ended 12th edition of WAFCON with 3 goals, the same number of goals as Moroccan captain Ghizalen Chebek and South Africa's Silda Magia. Sanusi also congratulated Mimisin Calvin Uwuka, who played the role of assistant referee 1 in the final match between Morocco and South Africa on Saturday, saying a stellar performance alongside referee Salima Mukasanga from Rwanda did not go unnoticed by the global football community. And that's sports updates on MLC TV News Hour. I am Malik Jonah reporting. Back to Akasta for more stories.
Thanks, Jonah, for the updates. Matthias Ayodeji Peter is standing by for entertainment news.
On our entertainment news, Nigerian superstar Tems features on the soundtrack of the yet-to-be-released Black Panther sequel, Wakanda Forever. This surprise was revealed when Marvel released the trailer for Wakanda Forever on Sunday, 24th July 2022, and it featured Tems singing a cover for Bob Marley's No Woman, No Cry. The Black Panther franchise is based on a fictional African country, Wakanda, and this carries significant sentimental and cultural value for Africans and blacks all over the world. The soundtrack album for the first installment of Black Panther was curated by Kendrick Lamar, and it featured artists such as The Weeknd, SZA, Travis Scott, Future, Khalid, Schoolboy Q, Georgia Smith, Swally, and James Blake, among others. The notable omission of African artists drew great criticisms from Africans who felt relegated in a movie that was supposedly about them. The choice of themes is perhaps aimed at correcting this and giving the movie more African representation. Tems is currently one of the hottest Nigerian and African artists internationally. Since she was featured on Wizkid Essence, she has gone to achieve international success, winning the BET for Best International Art, while also featuring on Drake's Futures album and more recently Beyonce's album. Tems is an artist that appeals to black audiences in America and Europe, especially among Gen Z consumers. She also has sizable followership in Nigeria and Africa, which makes her a perfect choice for an Afro-centric movie. And that is all on entertainment news today. My name is Matthias Ayodeji Peter.
Thank you, Matthias, for the updates. And that is the size of our package today. Join us tomorrow at the same hour to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Malachi TV, like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV, our Instagram handle, MLC TV 2021, Twitter at MLC TV 1. For your events, coverage, information, contribution, adverts, and sponsorship, please call any of the numbers displayed on your screen. It is Malachi TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Jenji Abalagbubu. Please continue to be your brother's keeper to build a united and peaceful society together. Good evening and bye for now.